Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Leslie Gadet. I am a self-care coach, and I help you prioritize self-care to support you in life and business so that you wake up with more energy, joy, focus, and intention on your daily activities, and you live a beautiful life. And today I want to talk about having a hard stop and why it's really important so that you can prioritize that balance and rest for yourself, for your self-care, and how that will help you and shape your life to live with more joy, with more energy, with more intention, and with more focus, with just more gratitude. So in today's fast-paced and interconnected world, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of being constantly plugged in and available 24/7. The lines between work and personal life blur, and we find ourselves sacrificing our well-being for the sake of being productive. However, there's a hidden secret that can unlock our full potential and lead us to live successful lives. And that's giving yourself permission to have that hard stop at the end of each and every day. So what exactly is a hard stop? It's simple, and yet it's really hard to do based on all the conversations that I've had with so many women over the past few months. I've talked to about doing this as well as how it relates to burnout. So what does having a hard stop involve? Well, it involves setting a specific time every day when you intentionally stop working and you allow yourself to transition into a state of rest and relaxation. In essence, it's about establishing boundaries around your time that prioritizes your mental, emotional, and physical health. Now, the consequences of not having a hard stop can be significant. Without clear boundaries, work can easily consume our entire day, leaving little room for quality of life. What I've found in my conversations is that within the personal relationships, hobbies, and self-care activities of the women that I've spoken with, all of these things take a back seat, especially when they're in so much in the doing and they're not really having that quality of life. And that leads to a sense of imbalance and disconnection. Now, one crucial aspect that a hard stop addresses is work-life balance. Allowing work to spill over into every area of your life can have damaging effects on your well-being and the quality of your personal relationships. For instance, have you ever experienced moments where you've been so engrossed in your work that you unintentionally neglected spending quality time with your loved ones? Or as one woman that I spoke to, have you ever had your 4-year-old ask you to put down your phone and spend time with them? This imbalance can strain your relationships and lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness. A personal story that illustrates the significance of having a hard stop comes from my own experience. My husband pointed out to me that I was always working, sitting in front of my laptop for what seemed like 12 to 15 hours a day. And I remember telling him one day that I wanted to spend more time with him, that I felt we weren't spending enough time together. And his response? Well, he said he didn't feel comfortable or know if it was okay to bother me during those times. He didn't know the rules, if you will. And he felt like I was unavailable to him. That moment was an awakening for me. I realized that I needed to start incorporating more time for him by having a hard stop at the end of every single day. And again, not just to unwind, but also to nurture my relationship with my husband, with whom I've been married now for over 27 years. Now, the benefits of having a hard stop go beyond just fostering personal relationships. When we continually engage in work-related activities late into the evening, our minds remain active, right? That makes it difficult to unwind and achieve quality sleep. And as a result, our overall well-being and cognitive functioning can suffer. Think about it. Are you currently working on something right now that has you working late into the night and you can't seem to shut off your brain? And so you find yourself going to bed later than you anticipated? Or maybe you're that person who has that hard stop at the end of your day where you spend time with your loved ones, but then 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, you get back into working on there's things that you need to work on that you believe that is a need to work on at that time. And you find yourself working for at least 3 to 4, 5 more hours. And what does that do? That just keeps your brain going because you're working late into the wee hours of the morning and you haven't yet allowed yourself to unwind to go to bed. Or maybe you find yourself scrolling social media and you get caught up in the scroll rule. And when you finally decide to call it a night, it's been hours of you mindlessly scrolling. And now again, well, your brain's still in that attitude of processing, because you haven't allowed yourself the time to wind down. So by setting a clear boundary and disconnecting from work-related activities, we give our minds that opportunity to rest and reset. And this simple act enhances our overall well-being. It promotes better sleep, and it leads to us waking up feeling more refreshed and energized for the next day. Also, having that hard stop, it's not just about resting and relaxation. It's about creating that space for your personal growth and your self-care. During that time after your hard stop, it's not about just going from one screen to another or going into other tasks right away. It's also important for you to take care of you. And when I say having that hard stop, as I just mentioned, it's not going from one screen to another. It's not going from work screen to social media screen or checking emails or text messages. It's really about you disconnecting from technology altogether and allowing yourself, your brain, to unwind. So it means turning off your laptop. It means putting away your phone and resisting the urge to check your emails or social media so that you don't get caught up in the scroll rule. So you don't keep your brain on, right? Always turned on, and you're not allowing it to turn itself off and to wind down. So putting that hard stop in your daily routine is not really a luxury. It's not a luxury. It really is necessary for your well-being and your overall success. Because when you consciously create that sacred space for self-care, relaxation, and connection, you set yourself up for a more fulfilling and sustainable life. And that sets you up for success in your life and business. And you'll find yourself feeling more energized, more focused, and you're ready to tackle each new day with renewed enthusiasm. Now, the power of having a hard stop can't be overstated, because as women, we often take on multiple roles and responsibilities. It's the hats we put on ourselves. And it's easy to get caught up in the never-ending cycle of tasks and obligations. We juggle our careers, our family life, household chores, our personal pursuits, our businesses, right? All while trying to maintain a sense of balance and fulfillment. And in the midst of this constant juggling act, we may overlook the importance of setting boundaries and making time for ourselves, which can lead to resentment, being snappy, irritable, unhappy, and taking out our frustrations on those that are closest to us, the ones that we love. Having that hard stop is about reclaiming control over our time and prioritizing our well-being. It's not just about saying no to work-related things. It's about saying yes to ourselves and our own needs. So that means it's learning to have that clarity and focus around what truly it is that you want to get done in a day, not having all that busy work. It is about structuring your time well so that you can have that freedom at the end of the day to have your hard stop. So looking at your calendar, knowing what that looks like, taking a moment, looking at your calendar, maybe creating a document where you fill in all the things that are every single day. And then you can start seeing the white space, which allows you then to put in the self-care time, which allows you to then see where you can put your hard stop and then spend that time unwinding, more self-care for you and having that quality time with your loved ones. So by setting that specific time every day to stop your working, what you do is you send a powerful message to yourself and those around you that your well-being matters. And that teaches them that theirs does as well, right? You're fostering this learning about taking care of ourselves. Self-care is important, not just for me, but for the people in my life. And so you teach them that to take care of themselves, and you each get the best of you when you do that. Imagine that impact it would have on your life if you consistently set aside time for self-care and relaxation, and including the people in your life that they did that as well. Picture yourself stepping away from your laptop, closing your office door, and disconnecting from the demands of work. Or whether you work at home, maybe that's just stepping away from your laptop, turning off your phone and just going and sitting and relaxing, maybe going outside into your garden, or just going and sitting and relaxing and allowing yourself to unwind. Instead of feeling overwhelmed and burnt out, what you'll feel now is a sense of peace and contentment. And this simple act of having that hard stop can have far-reaching effects on your mental, emotional, and physical health. It allows you to recharge and rejuvenate, giving you the energy and clarity to approach each new day with renewed enthusiasm and focus. By making self-care a priority, you become better equipped to handle the challenges and the demands of your daily life. Your relationships with your loved ones improve as you become more present and engaged in creating deeper connections and cherished moments, cherished memories, because time does not wait for anyone. Time is not promised, and time is never spent the same. It's our most valuable commodity. And I think a lot of people don't recognize that, how precious our time is. And spending time with our loved ones, a quality time, is an act of self-care. That's a precious memory that will last you a lifetime. So having that hard stop allows you to nurture your relationships. It allows you to nurture your passions and your hobbies. When you set aside time for activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, you cultivate that sense of purpose and fulfillment that goes way beyond your professional achievements. Now, as I've said before, as women, we often put others' needs before our own. We wear so many hats, so we often put others' needs before our own. But having that hard stop reminds us that we too deserve care and attention. It's not selfish to prioritize our well-being. It's actually necessary for us to show up as our best selves in all areas of our lives, because when we get the best of us, so does everyone else around us. Now, before I close, I want to talk about my upcoming workshop. It's coming up on August 17th at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's called Elevate and Thrive, Nurturing Resilience, Preventing Burnout, and Prioritizing Self-Care. In this empowering workshop, it's going to be interactive, so you will be engaging in activities. And we'll cover the 4 stages of burnout so you can identify symptoms early on and take action. You'll learn how to establish stronger work-life boundaries to reduce stress. You'll learn effective time management strategies to get more done without burnout, self-care habits and tools to boost energy, productivity, and resilience, learning how to strengthen your relationships that are strained right now by burnout or could possibly be strained by burnout, and signs that you need to take a break and how to ask for one, because we have to articulate our needs. You'll leave feeling refreshed, focused, and equipped with a personalized burnout prevention plan so that you can implement what you've learned, and you'll experience improved work-life balance and less stress. And when I say work-life balance, I truly mean it's not about having this amount of hours for work and this amount of hours for family and friends and all of that. It's about finding that balance where you're all in on your work, you've got clarity, focus, you know what you're doing, and you feel good at the end of the day that you did what you needed to get done. And then you're not feeling guilty, because when you do spend time with your loved ones, you're all in, you're focused, you're not worried about work because you feel good about what you did, and you're not resentful thinking you have to be working on your work. So again, you will experience improved work-life balance and less stress. You'll have higher productivity and concentration, better mental and physical health, enhanced self-confidence, and self-care will be a non-negotiable in your life to support you in everything that you do. You'll have more energy for what matters most and stronger connections with your loved ones. Now, I've put the link in the comments below for you to register. Seats are limited, so reserve yours today so that you don't miss out on this incredible opportunity so that you can cultivate resilience, prevent burnout, and elevate your life. Let's break free from the cycle of busyness and embrace the power of self-care, because together we can redefine success and create a life that's balanced, fulfilling, and sustainable. I believe it's time that we prioritize ourselves and our well-being so that we can be the best version of ourselves in every aspect of our lives. So thanks for watching today. Until next time, stay empowered and keep shaping your extraordinary life one day at a time.